Viewers, let's talk to you about a shocking incident from the Srinagar Airport that has raised concerns of passenger behavior and aviation security. 4 SpiceJet employees were grievously assaulted in Srinagar on the 26th of July, which is just a few days back. Now, the disturbing video is going viral and you can see the assault on camera, the way the airline staff is being beaten and kicked and slapped. It all reportedly started after a small argument over excess baggage. A passenger who is said to be an army officer allegedly grievously assaulted 4 SpiceJet employees at the boarding gate of the flight SG386 from Srinagar to Delhi on the 26th. Now, as per SpiceJet, their staff members suffered a spinal fracture and serious jaw injuries after being attacked with punches, repeated kicks and a cue stand. One SpiceJet employee collapsed unconscious on the floor, but the passenger continued kicking and hitting the fainted employee. Another staff member suffered bleeding from the nose and mouth after receiving a forceful kick to the jaw while bending down to assist the colleague who had fainted. So this shows you the extent of the attack. The injured employees were immediately rushed to the hospital and remain under treatment for the grievous injuries that they have sustained. An FIR has now been registered with the local police and the airline has initiated the process to place the passenger on the no-fly list in accordance to the civil aviation regulations. In fact, SpiceJet has also written to the Ministry of Civil Aviation, appraising them about the incident, requesting appropriate action against the passenger. CCTV has also been handed over to the police and a probe is currently underway. But Sahil Sohail is joining us on the broadcast with the details. And Sahil, it was extremely disturbing, the video of the assault, how the passenger was seen assaulting these SpiceJet employees mercilessly. Take us through what exactly happened, what escalated to such a physical fight, and a case has now been registered. What is the action being taken against the passenger, and is there any version from the passenger side as well on what happened?
Well, first of all, this incident dates back to 26th of July last month, and around 6 p.m. This passenger was supposed to fly to New Delhi and at Srinagar International Airport. While checking in fact, the SpiceJet counter head, who was basically there at the counter, had in fact arguments with this passenger over the weight of baggage. Basically, he was carrying 2 cabins, and the passenger basically is allowed to carry 7 kgs, but the airline basically says, SpiceJet says that it was around 16 kg. So the passenger was basically told to pay for the extra weight that he was carrying. But there was argument that's very, very clear from the CCTV footage that we have accessed. And there, in fact, the alteration and in fact the argument started, and it turned into scuffle. Then the passenger, who is said to be an army officer, was seen kicking, in fact, assaulting these SpiceJet employees, and later SpiceJet basically filed a complaint with local police. Police has taken cognizance, and in fact FIR was registered against the army officer. But army officer has made a simpler allegation against the SpiceJet staffers. He has also filed a complaint at that very moment, and that's why there was in fact counter FIR into the case. SpiceJet came out with a statement, in fact alleging the assault of SpiceJet staff and in fact detailing other details. Now the police basically is investigating, and CCTV has been procured from the Airport Authority of India and in Srinagar, and that's under investigation. Army has also in fact assured full cooperation to the investigating.
Not just CCTV footage, isn't it? We're also looking at some of the footages being recorded by fellow passengers. Many of them, of course, were right there. So these videos are also going to be looked at by the police officials. Just a moment, we in fact also have a statement from the army. The passenger who assaulted the SpiceJet employees was said to be an army officer. So the army has assured full cooperation with the investigating authorities. The army statement to Times Network has said that the matter involving an alleged altercation between an army personnel and the airline staff at the Srinagar Airport on the 26th of July has come to the notice of the Indian Army. The Indian Army is committed to uphold highest standards of discipline and conduct and takes all allegations seriously. This is a statement that has been issued by the Army, going on to say full cooperation is being extended to the authorities in investigating the case. So, Sahil, the Army has also responded, and at the moment it has only said that complete cooperation will be assured from the Army side, and of course there is a counter complaint as well that you were mentioning. So Army has said that the investigations are ongoing and full cooperation is being extended.
Well, yes, Army has in fact responded to this whole matter, saying that they take these allegations very seriously and stand for highest standards of conduct. So, Army extending full cooperation to the investigating authorities. As I said, there is counter application, counter FIR registered against the security in charge of SpiceJet, who works at Srinagar International Airport, who is basically the complainant of the first complaint. So there are FIR, there is FIR, there is counter FIR. Both the cases are being, in fact, investigated by Jammu and Kashmir Police. Army officer, there is no statement coming from the Army officer, but we are picking from the sources that Army officer is basically alleging that he was provoked, and there was also, in fact, sort of assault. Because there were 4 to 5 employees who were gathering together to intimidate and assault him. That is the Army officer's version that's coming from the sources. But since he's in service, so he's not going to speak on this matter. Okay. He has filed a complaint that's under investigation, but first complaint was filed by the SpiceJet staffers, where in fact visa. 2 employees at least had received critical injuries, and one, Mudassir Ahmed, who works at Srinagar International Airport with the airline, is still under medical treatment.
Okay, all right. Sahil, thank you for joining us with those details.